Welcome to my channel, Vegan Insights.
How veganism can contribute to combating global warming. Understand the link between veganism and climate change. By Vegan Insights Part 2. In Part 1 video we have discussed about basic concept of what is veganism, global warming and carbon footprint. Now in this Part 2 video, we go in-depth discussion about how veganism can actually helpful to mitigate global warming. So please watch video till last to clear understanding about climate change. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. In this Part 2 video, we will discuss about 1. Environmental impact of meat industry. 2. The environmental benefits of a vegan diet. 3. Going vegan and adopting a plant-based diet actually help the situation. 4. Role of animal agriculture in greenhouse gas emissions and net zero concept. Go to description for link to Part 1. So let's start. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.
The environmental benefits of a vegan diet. 1. Reduced greenhouse gas emissions from livestock farming. Methane emissions from livestock. Land and water usage for animal agriculture. 2. Conservation of natural resources. Reduced deforestation for livestock grazing and feed production. Water conservation. Going vegan and adopting a plant-based diet actually help the situation. Veganism is a lifestyle choice that has gained significant attention in recent years due to its potential impact on global warming and climate change. By adopting a vegan diet, individuals aim to reduce their carbon footprint and contribute to the healing of our planet. What is net zero? Definition: put simply, net zero means cutting greenhouse gas emissions to as close to zero as possible, with any remaining emissions reabsorbed from the atmosphere. Under the Paris Agreement, 197 countries have agreed to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius and make efforts to limit it to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Therefore, sometimes, net zero is used simply to describe emissions trajectories consistent with 1.5 degrees Celsius as depicted in picture. IPCC Synthesis Report warns that events such as storms, sea level rise and flooding, which is one in-century event previously, will now become an annual event in many places unless world cuts carbon emission immediately. In the latest IPCC Assessment Report, AR6, released in March 2023 for balanced, sustainable healthy diets, defined in footnote as follows: balanced diets refer to diets that feature plant-based foods, such as those based on coarse grains, legumes, fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, and animal-sourced food produced in resilient, sustainable and low GHG emission systems, as described in SRCCL. In other words, the 2023 IPCC report still recommends switching to a plant-based diet to mitigate global warming. Role of animal agriculture in greenhouse gas emissions. One of the key links between veganism and global warming lies in the role of animal agriculture. Animal agriculture is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, with livestock production accounting for a significant portion of global methane and nitrous oxide emissions. These gases have a much higher warming potential than carbon dioxide, making them significant drivers of climate change. Richard Twine of UK's Edgehill University concluded that 16.5% was the new minimum value for animal agriculture's contribution to global warming. By 2030, if current consumption trends continue, livestock will produce 37% of the allowable emissions if the world is to keep warming to under 2 degrees Celsius. Now in your mind question arises: what is livestock? According to Wikipedia definition, livestock are the domesticated animals raised in an agricultural setting to provide labor and produce diversified products for consumption such as meat, eggs, milk, fur, leather, and wool. Shifting production and consumption toward plant-based foods would halt deforestation and enable conservation of critical ecosystems. Do you know these facts? Producing the annual beef diet of the average American emits as much greenhouse gas as a car driven more than 1,800 miles. A 2019 article by Nicoletta Battini of the International Monetary Fund reports that, beyond its effects on climate change, the agri and animal food sector uses half the world's ice and desert-free land and 3/4 of its fresh water. Without meat and dairy consumption, global farmland use could be reduced by more than 75%, an area equivalent to the US, China, European Union and Australia combined, and still produce enough food to feed the world. Going vegan is an act of environmental consciousness. By choosing a plant-based diet, individuals can help reduce the demand for animal products and subsequently decrease greenhouse gas emissions associated with animal agriculture. This shift towards veganism can play a crucial role in mitigating global warming by reducing the overall carbon footprint attributed to food production. Role in water conservation and wildlife conservation. Additionally, adopting a vegan lifestyle can have positive implications for wildlife conservation. The expansion of animal agriculture often leads to deforestation and habitat destruction, posing threats to biodiversity. By reducing our reliance on animal products, we can help preserve natural habitats and protect vulnerable species. Furthermore, water conservation is another benefit associated with veganism. Animal agriculture requires vast amounts of water for livestock feed production and maintaining animals' hydration needs. By opting for plant-based alternatives, we can significantly reduce water consumption as plants generally require less water compared to raising animals for meat or dairy production. Conclusion: embracing vegan lifestyle to tackle global warming effectively. Overall, understanding the link between veganism and global warming highlights its potential as an effective solution in reducing greenhouse gas emissions. By embracing a plant-based diet, individuals not only contribute towards mitigating climate change but also support wildlife conservation efforts while conserving precious water resources by restoring equilibrium of nature.